Oh, God.
Buckle up.
Woo.
A Milwaukee police officer has been arrested by the feds for sharing confidential information to gang members about their ops.
Man, that is crazy.
Shout out to
His ass was out here giving information to the motherfucking ops.
Six officer had been communicating with Hannah for years, giving him confidential information, even advice on how to elude officers if he was being chased, saying, "I told you, if you ever get in a speed, get on that highway and just keep going." They got a cancel.
Talk about a plug.
Federal agents say Madlock used his law enforcement database to give Hannah the home addresses of multiple rival gang members.
This officer, he done been in office for over 10 years, Mr. Jawan Matlock. Then when they asked that dumbass mayor about corruption and shit, he just stuttered his ass.
No, I don't believe that that's the case. I mean, this is an isolated incident, I believe.
Now, the whole time, Milwaukee got something called a Brady list. This is a list of officers who be doing shit they ain't got no goddamn business doing. Corruption.
He's on the Milwaukee County Brady list, a list of officers accused of crimes, dishonesty, or bias.
And lo and behold, said officer was on that Brady list.
Shout out to my nigga. But listen, right?
That's a gift and
all
a curse.
I want to say, yeah, facts. All I want to say is if these two motherfuckers was white, the criminal and the cop, we wouldn't be hearing about this shit. He wouldn't have got fired or arrested. He would have just went on a little leave of absence for about a month or two. Gonna brush this under the rug, and the white boy would have got. He would have been
leave
free.
of absence.
The person that got arrested from General, he would have been free. We wouldn't have worried about him. We need him. He's a great informant. We gonna make all this shit go away, man. It's the only thing I don't like about it. Cause if it was a white dude, we wouldn't even hear about it. But they blowing this shit up just because that nigga was over there making moves with the gangs. He probably been part of the gang since way before he ever became part of the police just to do that.
Hey,
Type shit.
I ain't gonna put my nigga name out there, but my nigga damn near done with academy school, man. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, shout out to Kevin
You know,
Brain.
we played the drums with him. You know what I'm saying? He was a high tenor.
Now you talking too much. Big bro. Yeah, now y'all doing too much. That's been a conversation outside of this. Y'all gave too much
I forgot about that.
information.
Yeah.
Y'all just gave
Nigga,
too
you know
much
how many niggas I played drums with?
Yeah, probably a lot, but
Now we know-
it ain't
now
too
we
many
look
of them
them up.
that y'all probably know together. And that's almost done with the police
We
academy.
played drums together. You know how many
Right.
people we played the drums with?
Hey,
Now we
Nino.
know.
Is it
Nino.
you?
Nino.
You
Have you
get
ever-
it all.
Police? I look
Have you
like
ever
the
seen?
police.
Hey, I don't know. You
Have you ever seen Don't Fuck with Cats? It's a documentary on
on now,
Netflix.
Chuck.
Nah.
Dude, so this
Cat
guy
lady.
was posting videos murdering kittens in a room, and people online found
I did
him
see
where
that.
he was
I
on the
did
other
see
side
that.
of the world based on his wallpaper, the
Oh,
fucking
yeah, they
clothes,
quick.
the bedding, all that shit.
they quick.
Telling him that you play drums with him is too much
That's what I'm
information.
saying.
Nah, they quick. TikTok.
I don't
We
think
got
they
the-
realize how many
Nigga,
motherfuckers
we
we
got,
played
we got
drums with.
Instagram police
But
and
listen
TikTok.
though,
TikTok
it narrows
be
down.
cold.
It narrows
To
down.
hundreds of people.
No, it narrows down to a few when you think about who's in
Like he
the
said,
police
who's in
academy.
the police? Yeah, that's what it's gonna come down to at the end.
Like, oh,
of
so
the
he in the police academy?
Yeah, hold on, man.
Oh,
Y'all
and
act
he's
like
a
I said
drummer?
my nigga was a
You
criminal.
did. Nah,
No,
you said he was a police.
all I said was shout out to my nigga that's almost done with
Right,
the
and you
academy.
called him your nigga. It ain't too many of
It's
them.
okay. 12.
Next.
It's okay as
Move
long as
on.
he a good 12.
Yeah, I'm proud of my
Let's
nigga.
just move on.
Real
from
talk.
As long as he a good
Shout
12.
out to Kevin Brain. Shout out to my nigga that got locked up.
This nigga said
Hold
shout
on,
out to
free
Kevin
my
Brain.
nigga. Free my nigga. That, what's the police officer name?
Hold on.
Free that nigga. Keep the one dude that got him in trouble. He should have been more careful. He got text messages all on his phone. Keep his stupid ass.
Yeah, that
but
cop.
free that
That nigga
police
said, "What I
officer,
tell
man.
you,
We
boy,
need
if
more
they
niggas
ever,
like him.
I told you, if you ever go on the chase, get on that highway."
We need more niggas
That
like
cop
him.
had to been part of that gang.
Yeah, he grew up part of the gang
He
and
had
just
to.
and never caught a case. Just always kept his nose clean, but he was always part of the gang.
Yeah.
He just grew up, and they told him, "Yeah, go be a police officer so that we can know what's going on
Yeah.
inside."
You guys ever
So,
seen
but
The
if that
Departed?
was a white person,
Yeah,
I should've
Donnie
went that.
Brasco.
you would not be saying that.
Huh? Say that again.
If that was a white person, you would not be saying
I
that.
wouldn't be saying what.
Free him.
Because he wouldn't be going to jail. I already said that from jump.
But your defense
said that
behind
from
it would have been
jump. He
totally
would've
different.
never
So
went
why
to
does he
jail.
get a pass?
Because he would have got a leave of absence already. He would never be in jail.
But it's still wrong.
Okay, I'm gonna say
Facts.
this.
But you talk about free him.
I'm
Free
not
that
saying
nigga.
free
And he
Yeah.
really, you talk about he did good for.
Yes, he did
I'm
good
pretty
for his
sure
community.
it's a white cop that did that for biker gangs.
Exactly.
And,
That's
Yeah.
cool, but they're both
Exactly.
wrong.
Maybe so to you.
Okay, but let's
But
let's
the
say this.
punishments aren't even.
Exactly.
I think is the
They're
point
not
that
at all.
Diego
And,
made.
I'm
point that I
not
was trying to
disagreeing
make.
with that.
That's what I was
I'm
saying.
not disagreeing with that.
Well, if they're gonna lighten up on the light guy,
Okay, but no. First of all,
I'm not disagreeing.
Let me speak. Let me speak.
that's what I'm
First of
talking
all,
about, Chuck.
This is what
Fuck with Chuck,
this is
bro.
what I can't stand about us black people.
I gotta get Chuck an
We
Afro
feel
pick.
like
A power
we sit up
fist
here and be
pick.
like, well, they get away with it all the damn time. We know that the odds are against us. So you got a second chance, and you went and became a police officer to sacrifice your training and you not being fully in the game for a fucking gang.
He probably
You
never
a
had a
dumbass.
chance.
You are the donkey of the fucking day.
Like
and
you
just because
said.
he's black doesn't mean I'm gonna be like, oh, free him. No, keep his dumb ass sitting there.
Brandy,
Just
Keep his
because
dumb ass in there.
if you was, let's say you did illegal crimes.
I didn't.
No, hypothetically, let's say you were a drug dealer. If you knew a
I don't know about
police
that.
officer,
That
that
would
you
help
was
you.
cool with, that worked in your district and could tip you off and tell you whenever raids was coming or something like that, would you be against it then?
You know why I wouldn't be against it? Because I'm in that field. So I'm not looking at it morally. I'm looking at it as I'm trying to sell these drugs. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about my community. I don't give a fuck about none of that. So of
And
course
clearly
my
the
mind,
officer don't either.
of course my
So,
mind is not going to be on that.
That's kind of hypocritical then.
No, it's not hypocritical.
Highly
when,
hypocritical.
Listen,
Overly.
It's not hypocritical if you're in that field already because you don't give a fuck about nothing. You're not going to give a fuck. Does that make sense to you, cousin? You're not going to give a fuck if you're doing that already.
Right, so-
because the key thing is
You
make
already
money,
have no
don't get
morals.
caught. Exactly.
So you're
You
not
don't
gonna
have no
hold
morals.
somebody to a standard to have morals. I'm just saying.
So because he a cop, we gotta make he gotta have more.
I miss the
You
days.
swore in to have morals.
I miss the days where back in the day in the
I think that
80s,
don't mean anything though.
What'd you say?
I think we have enough evidence to know that them swearing into
It
things
doesn't.
does not
It
mean a
doesn't
single
at all.
thing.
But I'm just saying, take away the fact that the punishment is different from both. I'm just saying it's wrong. No matter if
It's
you
wrong
white,
no
black,
matter what.
purple, Mexican, it's wrong.
it's wrong.
And I-
Just
and
'cause
I
he
never
black, we supposed to give him a
disagree with you.
pass?
You talk about free him.
Facts.
'Cause he
Free him.
black.
Free the white dude too. Free everybody.
But
Fuck
this is
that.
the thing too.
No, you can't say freedom. No, because
No,
you,
listen,
my
no,
bad, I'm
because
sorry.
you
No,
tried to
you
make
ain't
it
do that, you
seem
good.
like if it was the white person, I wouldn't be saying free him.
You said you literally.
You did say
I
that.
said
No,
if
he
it was
said
white.
if it was
he
the
would
white
never
guy, he
even go to
never
jail.
would have
On
been
the
locked up.
replay, I literally asked you. I said if it was white, you wouldn't be saying that. You said facts.
Because he would
Because he
never go
never-
to jail.
But
What
I
I'm saying
said
to that
take
though.
away the punishment, and I said either way. Let's say he's
That's
white.
not what you said, though.
I'm saying this right now. Hold on, I'm saying this right now. He's white, he's black. They did the same thing, and they got the same punishment. What are you saying?
Free them both.
But you didn't say that just a little bit ago.
He said
I clearly did.
He
said
did.
that.
I clearly did.
What he basically what he said was the white guy would have never went to jail, so he wouldn't
Nah.
have had to say free him
They
in the
would've-
first place.
They would have
See what I'm
fired
saying?
Keep
him. He
both
would have
they
went to
asses in
another.
jail.
He would
Keep
have went
both
to
of them in
another
jail.
Your
district.
opinion. My opinion is free them both because they was doing something for their community that nobody else was doing. They was looking out for somebody that needed to be looked out for.
Gang members?
Fuck yeah, gang members.
I've
What's the
never heard.
difference?
Yeah, gang
What's the difference
members.
if
Niggas that's killing each other, black on black crime.
what's the
These are
difference
a
if it was a
gang.
gang member
They
or a
all-
drug dealer?
Black folks are so used to us killing each other that now we moralize it right
No,
now.
I'm
That's
asking you,
crazy.
what's the difference in the police
We
looking
are
out
ki-
for gang
he
members?
was helping the gang
what
kill
they do.
off
They're a
our own
gang.
people.
Because he was part of the gang and you and me
When
both
the fuck
established
are we
this
gonna
already.
get over that? Like, why do we glorify that shit? He
We
was
is not
helping.
Glorifying anything.
He was helping his own people kill his own people.
That's
While
not what
having-
it's always about, though,
while
either.
having-
Being in the gang. You know
It's
what I'm
not.
saying? No, it's not. That's not what
And
it
then it used to be that back in the day, back when gangs was first made. Now we talking about today. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. That's all they was rapping about was drilling, all this type of stuff. Yeah, it is. When have you heard that the gangs out here passing out
But
free
hey,
lunches
who's
to
say who
kids
the
or whatever?
ops is? You know?
You don't hear
I
about
don't
them
know.
because they're out passing out shit to kids.
You're not gonna hear about
You don't-
them.
They're
Because
not
the gangs
spending their
ain't
money
doing
on
that.
promoting and making music and stuff. They're spending their money on
Shit.
doing that stuff. So you
Because
never
the
hear
gangs
about
ain't,
it.
the gang, no. Listen.
Gangs do give back to their
I
own
know a gang of
community.
niggas
And
that
I ain't
have.
never, heard about the BDs and GDs giving out no doggone programs or nothing to the in Chicago. That's a lie. And I
But-
follow
seen it.
Zach TV, and I follow all them during that shit with the war in Chicago. No, the hell they
What do you think their hood day is?
they was passing.
What do you think their hood day is, Brandy? What do you think they do at their hood day? They're
didn't
not
have-
killing people.
Man, see, Nino, twin, I love you, but that's how I know you wasn't paying attention to that
I'm
shit.
asking
because
you,
they didn't even
Brandy,
have hood days.
I'm
because
asking
the
you-
ops will be able to ride down on them
They
and
do
shoot 'em.
have hood days.
Man, Ducking them never
Right
had
now,
no hood days.
you still thinking about just one set of gang members. We're talking in California and all these other places. They have hood days where they give back to their community. They feed their community. They have events
Give me a
for their
receipt.
community.
Give me a receipt right now.
What do you think
There's
Trey
plenty of
Day
them.
is down in Houston?
All right, Day.
You know who Trey the Truth is?
Go. That's Trey the Truth. Yeah, he
He's
promotes
a
that
gang
shit.
member, but it's a hood. day.
He's a
It's the s-
positive, motivational speaking person. That is not a good
Now,
example. Give
Brandon.
me something in Cali and give me something in Chicago.
Now, you know what I'm
I'll
saying?
wait.
There you go.
I'll wait. Where my
Trey
friend?
the truth, really.
Brandon, there's hood days in
Talking.
California.
It ain't nothing else for me to even say on this
And
topic.
gave me a receipt. Yeah, you
You
said
was
Trey
geeking
Day.
about this topic.
There are hood
And I'm
days
done
in
talking about it. I
California.
got everything I had to say out.
Talking Tommy.
Yeah.
And at these hood days, they're celebrating, having a good time.
We have a hood day, but
All
we
right,
talking
look,
about
I don't know
gangs.
nothing about gangs and hood day. I'm not even gonna say all that. I'm just saying.
At the end of the day,
Wrong
we
is-
agree that you want both of them cops locked up, and I want both of them motherfuckers free because they did more good than the cop that killed a nigga for nothing, or the cop that killed a nigga because he was a nigga.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So he was
that.
helping his people out. Maybe his
True
people
that.
was on the other side of another set of black people, but he was helping his people out for sure. So I gotta respect that.
I heard you. I heard you. You got your POV. I got mine. I just
Hey, there it is.
and
Agree
it-
to
it-
disagree.
Agree to disagree.
Man, fuck y'all.
Freedom.
Freedom niggas.
All right.
And fuck you.